Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a taste test on 4 hot chocolate K-Cups. It's getting close to fall and I love my hot chocolate. We'll be brewing the Dunkin Donuts hot cocoa, the Starbucks classic hot cocoa. This is the new Swiss Miss Peppermint hot cocoa and just a standard Swiss Miss milk chocolate hot cocoa. And today I'll be using the K-Mini, K-Supreme Plus Smart, and the K-Express Essentials. So hot chocolate can come in a K-Cup, and it's just a powder, but you treat it just like a coffee. Here I've got them all. I've got all 4 of them cut open. So they don't come in a filter or anything. They just come inside the plastic K-Cup. But it's basically just like the hot cocoa mix you would get in an envelope, but the machine's going to do all the work for you. I don't really notice too much of a difference. The only thing is the Starbucks does come with more of a mix. But here's what they look like. I've never tried this with this peppermint, so that's new. So basically, the Keurig machine's the top needle's gonna inject hot water. It's gonna mix with all of that and shoot it out. There won't be anything left in the K-Cup when the machine is all done with it. All of this mix will dissolve for each drink. So if you brew a bunch of coffee with these Keurig machines, you're going to want to do a freshwater rinse. So there can be some carryover flavor inside this lower needle basket area. So you're going to want to make sure there's no K-Cup in here. Close the lid. Just do a brew 8-ounce freshwater rinse. And that kind of cleans out the coffee taste in there so that you don't get any coffee carryover to your hot chocolate. And you can do that for all 3 of these. And then vice versa. So if the next person's going to brew a cup of coffee after your hot chocolate, you're going to want them to do just a freshwater rinse through the machine with no K-Cup, and then they can brew their coffee. So real quick, let's look at the box for each one. So 70 calories, sugars, 6 grams. They do, in very small print, tell you to brew on the 8-ounce button. They say you can go to 6 ounces if you really want a really strong hot cocoa, but I like to do it on the 8-ounce. So now we get up to 90 calories for the Starbucks, 13 grams of added sugar. And again, they tell you to, I've never seen a hot cocoa setting, but we just brew them on the 8-ounce setting. Okay, here's the Swiss Miss Peppermint. It is 60 calories, 7 grams of added sugar. And then here's just the standard Swiss Miss. It's 70 grams and 11 grams of added sugar. So all of them, the number 1 ingredient is sugar. So these first 3 brews, I'm going to do just the hot cocos. Then I'll come back and do this peppermint. Again, I've never had the peppermint, but these are just standard hot cocos. So you just take the K-Cup in, you just treat it like a normal coffee. You put it in on this K-Mini. I've got my water already added. I've got it filled up to the 8-ounce mark. This is the new K-Supreme Plus Smart. It's got Brew ID. Let's see if it recognizes the Starbucks K-Cup. It does. It gives it the Starbucks brew. It says it's a Starbucks, gives it the 8-ounce, and they want it on hot. And then over here, we just got to treat it like a normal K-Cup in the Express. Put your hot cocoa K-Cup in, close the lid. So on the K-Mini, I'm just going to hit the brew button. And then on the K-Supreme Plus, I'm going to hit the brew button. And then on this one, I'm just going to hit the 8-ounce button. Now you're going to want to stir these drinks when you're all done because they are pretty rich when they first come out. And then later in the brew, they get a little bit lighter. All right, so these 2 did good. This one I had a problem with. I'm not sure what happened. It shut off halfway through the brew. There's still quite a bit of stuff in there. I'm going to have to do another brew on this one. Okay, so here's my second attempt on this one. I had to put a whole nother K-Cup in there. I'm not sure what happened, but it seems to be working now. So these are really hot when they come out. And again, you want to stir them before you drink them because it's going to be really rich at the bottom. But you end up with a really hot cocoa. Yeah, that's really hot. 153 when it first comes out. 165. So yeah, they're extremely hot, so be careful. So right off the bat, this one looks the lightest, then medium. This one looks the darkest. But you're just going to remove your K-Cup like you would a normal coffee K-Cup. So we can see the Dunkin Donuts one rinsed out the best. The Starbucks has quite a bit left in it. And then here you've got the Swiss Miss. Looks like it did a pretty good job. Okay, so let's do our taste test, but we got to brew the peppermint one. Let's see if the Brew ID recognizes it. Swiss Miss, so it recognizes it and gives us 8-ounce balanced hot. So if you like your hot chocolate really hot, you could go extra hot, but we're just going to go hot. And so now we're going to brew the peppermint hot cocoa. So the peppermint one looks like just like a normal hot cocoa. And again, I'm brewing these on the 8-ounce setting. You can brew them on the 6-ounce or the 10-ounce setting, or even 12 ounces if your machine will let you. It just all depends on the taste that you like. That's what's nice about these Keurigs is they do give you the ability to brew these K-Cups at whatever strength you would like. Okay, so let's do a taste test. Let's start with the Swiss Miss. That's kind of the one I've always drank with the packet form. Now, it tastes okay. It tastes almost exactly like you get in those packets. Let's do the Starbucks. Well, the Starbucks is good. It's a very basic hot cocoa. It's very good. The Dunkin Donuts. It's good. Not as rich. Now, to be honest with you, the peppermint, I didn't think I was going to like it. I just didn't think a peppermint with a hot cocoa was going to taste very good, but it actually does. So it tastes really good. So it tastes exactly like those peppermints you see in the picture here. Now, this hot cocoa tasted a little powdery to me, but when the Swiss Misses with the peppermint, it didn't taste as powdery, if that makes any sense. The Starbucks one just tasted like a really good hot cocoa, like an all-natural one, if that makes any sense. The Dunkin Donuts one had a good flavor to it too. It might have been just tasted a little bit more like chocolate. And then again, so my favorite's going to be the Starbucks. I know it's got the most calories and everything, but it does taste like just a classic hot cocoa. Then the Dunkin Donuts, then the peppermint, but you got to like that peppermint taste. But it actually does complement the hot cocoa. I was not expecting it to taste very good at all. I actually thought I wouldn't like it at all, but I actually do like it. And the Swiss Miss is going to come in last for me. If you like the Swiss Miss packets, you're going to love this. Again, these all seemed pretty rich to me. I might bump them up to the 10-ounce one time and try it and see if it tastes any better, because they do taste really, really rich. Right now, that's only 8 ounces of water in there. And again, that does seem like a lot of cocoa mix for just 8 ounces. And hot cocoa K-Cups are one of the top selling K-Cups that they sell. I'll put a link to all these in my show description notes. I was able to find this at Walmart and this at Walmart. I had to buy that online, and I had to buy this from the Keurig website. The only bad thing about getting these products from Amazon is usually you have to get like 2 or 3 boxes is what Amazon usually sells. You can't normally get just a small single box from Amazon, but sometimes you can. So check out my next video. I bought the fall blend. These are the coffee, the maple, pecan, pumpkin spice, maple pecan. So I'm going to do a video on these coffee K-Cups for fall. But these taste really good. All of them taste really good. I just do have a preference for the Starbucks hot cocoa. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.